My baby daddy quit his job as an electrician where he was making over 6 figures a year to work a minimum wage job at a fast food place just so he wouldn't have to pay me $3,000 a month in child support. Is that not ridiculous? He would rather take a massive pay cut than to give me money to pay for his kid. I'm just so pissed right now because how the fuck am I going to pay for my mortgage? How am I going to pay for my mortgage?
Hey, it's your buddy Marco, here to explain to you a little bit of simple math. So, here's why your ex-husband quit his job making 6 figures a year and now works as probably a McDonald's manager. You're questioning it because you actually don't know how to do basic math. Here's what happens in child support situations. The system actually goes after your net pay and not your gross pay. So let's do a little bit of common sense basic math. So you're asking your ex-husband to give you $36,000 a year, which is going to knock his $100,000 pay down to $64,000 a year. But wait, there's more. So now the government takes their cut actually before the child support. So he was already only making about $60,000 to $70,000 a year before you decided to take $36,000 a year in child support. Actually, you have to take the $36,000 minus about $65,000 to $70,000 he was making, after the government take the taxes out. Then they take the child support as well. So your ex-husband, who was making $100,000 a year after child support and the 30% a year that the government takes out of that $100,000, is now only making about $35,000 a year. Tell me what fucking additional motivation a man has to work a fucking strenuous, blue-collar, laborious job for $100,000 a year and actually make no more money than what he would working at fucking McDonald's because he has a greedy ex-wife who thinks $36,000 a year is not enough money for the kids. That is exactly why really successful guys who make $100,000 a year get into these types of situations with women who want to take them for all the money in the child support system, take them for $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month. That is why you're seeing them quit their fucking jobs and go work a bum job, because at the end of the day, they're not making any more money by working the harder job because you're taking all of the money. Basically boils down to this. He has two choices. He can work the $100,000 job a year, be super stressed, and still only make, after child support and taxes, still only make $35,000 a year after everybody gets done taking his money away. So he's now, he's lost almost 70% of his money is gone. Okay? So he has that choice. Or he can work a low-stress job flipping burgers at a fucking fast food joint and make the same amount of money. What do you think most people are going to do? Obviously, let me clear this up. We don't know the context of this woman's relationship. He could have cheated. She could have cheated. He could have been abusive. She could have been abusive. We don't know the full context of it. I will go on a limb and say that if he is the one that screwed up the relationship, well, maybe he should keep the job and, pay the $3,000 a month in child support, blah, 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 blah. Own up to your mistake, dude. But still, even at that, he's not doing any better by keeping the high-stress job, the high-paying job. He's not doing any better in life. What I'm saying is there's no motivation to keep that job if he's not making any more money than somebody that goes and flips patty. Now, if she's the one that screwed up and she cheated or she was abusive or she was not understanding or she was not respectful, heck yeah, yeah, man. I mean, I guess do what you got to do, make the playing field level. I know a lot of people think that's childish. Oh, it's tit for tat. It's tit for tat. I don't really believe in that. I think that that's really immature to say in some points, because if you're reacting to somebody else's disrespect, you're just reacting. You're not the one that started it. You're just moving different according to how other people decided to treat you. Obviously, it's a little more complex because we have kids in the middle. We have kids, hey, they don't want to be in the middle of all this mommy and daddy drama. And that's where it's like, it becomes very complicated. But simply put, a lot of you women out there that don't understand and want to side with this woman and get angry. Oh, how dare he quit his job to not support his kids? That's so selfish and narcissistic and this and that. Well, like, you know, yeah, we could all possibly come to a common ground and maybe agree that's a little screwed up. But once again, it boils down to this. It's simple math. He's not making any more money by staying with the high-stress job and the high-paying job. There is no additional benefit. Men are the first to commit suicide. We're the first to fucking die in this world. We have the highest risk of heart disease and cancer and fucking death. Why? Because of shit like this. Because of shit like this. You know, we are expected to just be slaves, give away 70 to 80% of our money to the government, to women, and just give all of our fucking money away. And what are we left with at the end of the day? 20 to 30%? What's the fucking point? I mean, I don't know, man. That's it. But thanks for coming to my TED Talk.